What's going on, guys? It's your boy Offsterbone, and I have been scammed.
The IRS is filing lawsuit against you to get more.
You know, for somebody that is as swift as me, you would never think that I would be the victim of a scam. That I've been duped, fooled, tricked, deceived. And to be honest, it's not really my fault, and I'm gonna explain why. So, big accusation being thrown out here, the Apple Store scammed me. I am somebody who mixes it up when it comes to the brands of products I use. Typically, if somebody is full-blown Apple fanatic, they'll have an Apple phone, an Apple Watch, an Apple computer, an iMac, a MacBook, which are Apple computers. But the thing is that they'll have everything in the Apple realm. It won't just be one device or the other. In my specific situation, I prefer the Windows computers, and specifically I have a Dell Alienware, and I prefer the Apple phones. That is just my customary choice. Now, I have had the iPhone 7 since it came out. I have the black iPhone 7, 32 gigs, and it's a solid phone, and I've had it for 3 years, going on 4 years, and there's nothing wrong with it. So why do I need to upgrade? In my opinion, the new phones just really aren't as attractive to use. They're too big. I like a smaller phone. They got rid of the home button, which I really don't like because I like having that physical button you can push, and it's just no reason for me to upgrade, especially at a starting price tag like $1,000. So I'm happy with my iPhone 7, works for everything I needed to. Why would I upgrade? Well, yesterday there was a situation where basically in the middle of school, my cell service dropped. Disappeared, did not work. No bars, it just said searching. I went ahead and Googled a little bit while I was at school and it said update your iPhone. What I did is I plugged it into a wall at school, updated the iPhone, and nothing worked. And I was upset because I couldn't use my phone. So when I get home, the first thing that I assume is that my dad disabled it because he probably got a phone call from the school that I did something wrong when I didn't. So I give my dad a call and I'm like, why did you disable my cell service? Not, did you disable my service? I accused him of disabling it because that is something that my father would do. Just get rid of my cell service just because he didn't feel like letting me use it. So I call him, Dad, why did you get rid of my cell service? He says he didn't, he's busy, hangs up on me. Love you, Dad. So then I'm like, well, if my dad didn't do anything, let me give Verizon a call, my cell phone provider. So I give Verizon a call, and lady's very nice, does a little investigation on her end, and sees nothing wrong with my cellular service. So I'm like, okay, so if it's not my dad, and it's not Verizon, and this has to do with my cellular service, Apple's to blame. She suggests since she didn't find anything wrong, that she transfers me over to an Apple representative who basically asked me a few questions about my phone, and the key question is, what is my phone's model number? So I give her my phone's model number, and she's like, oh, that's perfect. There's actually a defect that we have found with your specific model number where the cell service just does not work for whatever reason, and what we're actually gonna let you do is come to the Apple Store, give you a brand new iPhone 7, just give us your old one and you'll be all set. And I'm like, dude, that's freaking epic. So you're telling me a phone that I've had for 4 years, you're gonna give me a brand new one and switch the SIM card for me and I gotta pay for it? Hell yeah, that's a rockin' deal. Even though this is out of warranty, being that this has been over a year past the manufacturers and I did not purchase Apple Care, you're still gonna take care of it? She said, yes. And I said, what if they don't have the phone in stock? And she said, they will order a new one and give it to you. And I said, okay. And then she was like, great, so when can you come to the Apple Store? And I said, well, I can come today. And she's like, fantastic. Let me check what Genius Bar appointments they have available. So she looks around and checks, and she sees that there's an appointment available at my local Apple Store at 7:35 that day. So I'm like, great, I'll be there. So fast forward, I go to the Apple Store, check on it. I'm prepared to give them my old phone, get a brand new iPhone 7. I'm feeling like $1,000,000. Gentleman says, great, thank you so much for checking in. We'll be with you shortly. So I'm over there, I'm all excited. Technician's like, Avi, come over here with me. So I have a seat at the Genius Bar with the technician. He's like, great. So basically what the process is that we're going to send the phone up for repair. We're gonna give you a loaner phone in the meantime. It's gonna be an iPhone 6. Oh, did I mention it's not even 32 gigs. We're actually having that to 16. And basically the entire repair will take about 2 weeks and you're responsible for the iPhone 6. If there's anything that goes wrong with it, we keep your iPhone 7. And I'm like, I got a text message. And I'm like, wait a second. This was not what I was told was gonna happen. I was told that I would be getting a brand new iPhone 7. None of this repair stuff, none of this loaner phone stuff. Just, I give you my old phone, you give me a new one, that's our business. And they're like, well, I'm so sorry if you're misinformed about that. That's not the policy or procedure. This is the options we have available. And I'm like, I literally called Apple support and they said this is what is going to happen. I got nothing. So I'm like, dude, like, I don't want a loaner phone. I want a new phone. I want an iPhone 7 black. Negro, do you speak Spanish? ¿Por qué? Let me speak to the manager. So manager comes on over and I'm speaking to him and I give him the same spiel. I basically tell him, look, I reached out to the corporate, support center and they said that this was the procedure. I'd be getting a new phone. I don't know what's going on here. And he basically repeats it saying that there's nothing he can do. This is the procedure. They give me a loaner phone. They send the phone and I'm like, dude, I'm not happy right now because my expectations were set much higher. I was expected to get a brand new iPhone 7. I get the brand new iPhone 7. What I think is fantastic is not only is it an iPhone 6, but they made sure to make it gold too, right? So I would really not want to keep it. They gave me the gold iPhone 6. Luckily, my iPhone 7 case fit. Otherwise, it would have been like, you're giving me a brand new case for this thing. So my hands are tied because I need a working phone to operate in my world. And if I don't have a working phone, I'm in trouble. And it's not going to get fixed any other way except for Apple repairing it. So I had no choice. I had to take their offer. They gave me the loaner iPhone 6. My iPhone 7 is out for repair, and I leave the store a little bit salty. Now, nothing to knock my local Apple store. The people I dealt with were very pleasant. They were great people. It was just that I was upset at the representative I spoke to on the phone earlier because they gave me the expectation that I was going to get a brand new iPhone 7. Fast forward to today when I'm recording this video. I got home from school, and I want compensation, right? I'm a customer that's been inconvenienced by a fault that isn't my own. I want to be compensated for it. So I give Apple a phone call. I get directed to somebody who is from the customer relations team. His name was Herbie, very nice guy. I'm like, listen man, here's my situation. I basically was promised a brand new iPhone 7, but got the loaner phone, they're sending it out for repairs. And I was like, dude, literally check the phone call, right? You guys record everything, listen to the phone call. And he's like, yeah, I understand for the inconvenience. We'll make sure to pass it along to the right team. And about compensation, what do you want? And I was like, oh, you're asking me what I want? I want a pair of AirPods. And so it took me a second to think about what I wanted, and I was like, you know what? I'll take a $25 iTunes gift card. That seems like, I'd be happy with that, $25 to iTunes, Sure. He's like, well, I can't do that, but what I can do is let you pick out an accessory from the Apple website. That's about $30 or less. And I'm like, okay, let me look at the Apple website, accessories, AirPods. I wasn't gonna get greedy with it. The guy was being nice. He wasn't gonna put up a fight about it, so I was like, okay, I'll pick something. And it's like, my phone charger doesn't work on one of the sides. Can I get a 2-meter lightning cable? Gentleman says, absolutely, Avi. We will have that shipped to you in, guess, 2 weeks, right? Everything's 2 weeks at Apple. So he goes ahead, puts the order in. I got a lightning cable for free. That's 2 meters shipping over to my house. I'm gonna be happy with that compensation. So Apple, thank you for handling my case appropriately. Truly appreciate it. So, moral of the story is that Apple support agents sometimes are wrong and they inconvenience you, and when you go to the actual Apple store, the information may be totally different, but they mean well, they're not rude, they'll take care of you, and if you give customer relations a call, they will give you what I would consider fair compensation. I wasn't expecting a new iPhone at this point. I knew that was completely out the window, but they did promise to review the call, take action on the employee if needed, and that I was going to get a free lightning cable. So at the end of the day, I did get something for free, and my issue will be resolved. I will be getting a fixed iPhone 7. I just wanted to share this story with you guys. Anybody who deals with Apple, just keep this in mind. And if you have an iPhone 7 and you notice that the cell service has dropped, give Apple a call because it might be a defect and you might be able to get a loaner iPhone 6 while they fix it for free. And that's my story, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. And you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace!